setup. Let's see if everything like that will work out, of course. I hope so, to say the least. But so far it's looking good. Am I window mode or not? Why am I? I want to full screen. So thank you. But this looks really good. And we have our South American player with the name of Matt, who's also a player not to be underestimated, of course. And yeah, one of the two Oculus players with the name of Revolution and Roland. And Revolution did so many good times and actually goes for the cut here for the warm-up, but I think he won't do that in the live round. So we'll see. Alright. So, yeah, I can actually do that. That's a bad habit for me that I did in the other rounds. So hello Palalulu. Yeah, for the caster's sake, I won't read out chat when I'm casting, so forgive me that. But yeah, I want to keep it windowed, window ball. It's only swapping between window and window borderless. I thought it is full screen like F12 or something. No, wait. When I press F11, F12 now, that's not working. Okay, then I have to do it manually and not swap a lot. Right, we'll do that. Okay, then it's fine. So we have 50 minutes left. Let's actually go. If you have any questions in the chat, of course, I can answer them now. Go for it. But I want to explain the format when we are actually in the live rounds. Because it's very, very interesting and it's different compared to the preseason or the beta season, to say the least. But we also have the most skilled players out of the game here. As you can see, they were invited by organizations, and organizations pick them up, and therefore let them play for them. And those are the 16 players who have been chosen, of course. And we have 2 players without an organization, as I have already said beforehand. But don't underestimate them, because you see Roland, who used to be a semi-finalist and actually made it to the playoffs, so he was in the top 8, and I would not underestimate him. And then, of course, you have Revolution, who's also a very, very familiar face in the scene. I mean, he played a lot of the Raider Cup, as well as I know him from the LoL maps back then, because we played on the mini LoL server together. And yeah, that's like a person that I almost know for the longest time here. So I'm actually very curious to see that, because he did really, really good in the warm-up and practiced a lot. So I hope he can keep up the pace in the live rounds as well. And hello, Toby, of course. So I'm repeating myself, but if you have any sort of questions regarding the format of the cup or anything else, feel free to ask, and I will kindly answer them, of course. Peck not going for the CP, so he's a bit trolling around and jumping to the moon. Nice jump there, Thomas. Great job, of course, but not landing it too bad, of course. Okay, alright, alright. So next map, it will be the last map, and then we will start with the first map, which will be, of course, everyone is going for that give me your energy thing. Why? Hello, Levon. So Brightside will be played now, as it seems, or is it? Yeah, it's Brightside. And then we will start with touch and down, a map that is rather easy. So it's really, really, really bad, of course, because you have touch and down, then you have your turn, and then you have piece of cup, which I would consider as the easiest maps from the map pool. And then you have Bolide slides with a really tight start, and hold your speed with that, and really, really not, narrow section, and of course the infamous Neo slide ending, which is certainly, yeah, I would not say harder than that map here, but also pretty hard to pick up. And yeah, Rock or Roll, the map you've seen beforehand, is really, really difficult as well. yeah, with the identity and all the other stuff with the wall jump, the 180-degree right-hander, something like that. But we see Riol with a good warm-up here, and also Peck battling a lot with Evolution here. So interesting to see that. And of course, for the it's time attack at the moment, but afterwards you will see the time here. You will actually see how far the players are away from the 8th place, because this will be the do or die for the players. Because for the first 3 rounds you will accumulate points. It doesn't matter if you're 15th or 1st, but you will accumulate points and you won't lose them. But if you are on the 4th map, and that's why I am stressing it out so much, if you're on the 4th map and you are below so you're 9th or below, you will lose all your points that you have gathered beforehand. So this will be a slap in the face for you, and especially the pressure will come into play with that. So this is really, really, really unforgiving, to say it like that. So yeah, just very curious to see and how players will perform, because I don't know how good players are. I mean, they played a lot together on the server from spam and everything like that, but you can't really tell if someone practiced offline or something like that. I can't really estimate Marcin at all. Can't really estimate him, but I think he prepared a lot. So he will be also really good. But oh, and you can see here, hopefully Aurel is respawning. Okay, Aurel is respawning, and now it's so hard to get this jump here. When you respawn, it's really, really, really tight, and Aurel is not even going for it. But if you really have to, you see, it's like you jump like 5 or 6 blocks, and it's so hard to get it after the respawn. So if you make a mistake here, you will lose so much time. I mean, you don't make the jump, and then you have to respawn, so you lose like safely 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. And then you have also the identity, where players actually can opt for a different line. They can go from the right to the left. People wallbang here and then go to the left, where you have a better angle. Or you go left, which is really, really bold, but is faster, of course. But you can do both. But I mean, in a situation like that, I would probably go with right left, but that's only my purpose or my preference. And then for the ending, of course, you can do some tricksters, because you don't need to gather speed, because the finish is here. And you could maybe go for some other things. Maybe when you're like in a top 9 sport or something like that, we can see something crazy there. So I'm really interested to see that. So what's happening there? Well, it looks like Marcin won't be able to play. Wait, what? Is this firewall? Okay, so Marcin certainly has some problems with his firewall or something like that. So this is really unfortunate. This is, I mean, just look at that. You practice so much, and then so all of a sudden your firewall or something like that is not working out. This is like a pain in the ass. But we have 7 more minutes. If you have any questions concerning the cup, I'm here to answer you everything, because of course I'm not unprepared into that cast. So feel free to ask any questions, or just your guesses who's gonna take it today. Just go for that. And I have to drink a sip of water. So dim. Yo, what is Massa doing? Let's see, Peck. Not Chem 3, please. Not Chem 3, please. Ooh, good jump there by Peck. Really good executed. Oh, that was a really good part by him. Hopefully he can transfer that into the live round. I think a 1:11 I would consider as a really good lap time, if I remember correctly, because I played the maps on my own. I didn't do that good, but I really enjoyed them. The more you play them, you more get familiar with them, and I like them more with that. So, 5 minutes we have. Let's see what Matt is doing. The only South American player. And yeah, with Car Jr., the only player who's not from Europe. I mean, concerning that Bren is not is not in Europe at the moment, you can see it like that. But I mean, from the origin, from the players. Yeah, I mean, Spam is right in the chat with Marcin. That's really, really unfortunate for him. But VPN is a good idea from Scrappy there. Put my mobile phone aside. Zoop. Okay. Why Marcin? Why can't that happen to Carl? Wow. Oh man. Let's see what Carl is doing here for the identity. I think he's one of the players who goes left. Oh, never mind actually. He goes for the wallbang here, as you can see. And then touch is unfortunate, so the diagonal approach here as well. It's 3 minutes left. Yeah, I mean, there's something off to it, but it's too bad for Marcin. So it's only 15 players then, but I hope that he will fix it, please. He practiced so much and then it's a firewall or something that blocks for him to play the step. So hopefully he will get there in time. Need a drink. So of course I will turn off the chat when we will go into the live round. Jack Daniels. Cuba Libre. Okay, Peck with another 111. So he seems to be very good here actually. 746 is that good? I think actually in 111 around 46. Seems to be not that bad actually. So really, I can't tell you. I'm so curious as well. I can't tell you what is happening now. Who's the best? Who's the worst? I think it will be very tight, but I will go into my explanations later. Don't want to say everything in the warm-up, of course. Peck chilling on his roof. Some players did finish. So they went for one more full round. But of course we will play this map at last. And we will start with a different map now. Oh, yeah, this can also happen too. Oh, man. So we will not play with Marcin, unfortunately. That's really sad. It's really sad that we can't play with Marcin, so F for him. And yeah, he should maybe get like 5 points or 10 points, please. But he practiced so much, he put so much effort into that, and then, I mean, just consider that as from you as a, or just, yeah, like, go into his perspective. Kurva. Oh man, Burim. So 15 players then. So good luck everyone. It's 8 now. And we are about to start, I think. Yo, Luca. So Riolo said in the chat, don't spectate me on the first map. And I just made a low tier joke. Yeah, let's close the chat. All right. And we will start eventually. Someone. All right, it is looking that we are starting. And we are starting with a very, very familiar map, and we have a map preview for that. So I will show it to you. And yeah, be hyped for the map called Touch and Down. I'll show it to you now. So touch and down. Oh, that's the wrong one. So touch and down. This one here. In seconds. Oh yeah, oh my god, I'm muted. Oh, this is not going the way I wanted to. I'm sorry, but it's super close. You didn't miss too much. I muted myself for the video. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. But Massa right now in first, followed up by Tween, Cole, Scrappy, and Spam with a lot of speed coming back here, overtaking Papu there. So let's see who can do that identity the best. Is someone not making it that good? Because if you accumulate a lot of speed, you can actually overjump it here, and Spam from 6th place to 2nd in just the identity, and it's Massa with an outstanding performance, and Peg actually moving up to 8th place, but you can see the margin here between him and the top 7. But look at this battle here for the 2nd place. It's Cole Jr., Spam, Tween, Papu, Roland, and Kappa, all in between half a second. So this is a really, really intense battle here. We see players with the name of Aurel being 15 seconds down, Matt 3.5 seconds behind, and also Riolu and the Revolution with a good job, and also Scrappy, who we have seen in the first round, is not in the top 8 anymore. Pack coming a bit stronger. He's doing the attack on Roland and actually is about to overtake him. So let's go a bit further. We see Tween and Kappa, both the former teammates for Team Sampi, are battling it out here. But it's still Massa holding strong that first place, so he is about to clock in that 100 euro. So this is really, really good performance for the German player there, as you can say. And yeah, let's see who's getting the identity now. Oh, it's Tween not getting it good, so he has to go for the alternate line, and he's getting overtaken by a lot of players. So he got that bounce up front, and now from actually 3rd place or 4th place to 10th, so not great job by him. I would call it spectator curse, but yeah, still nothing decided here yet. We still have 3 more rounds, and it's Roland with a no slide, or is not able to do that neo slide the best, and therefore gets overtaken by Bren. Massa 1 second ahead, so he might figure something out. Ahead of Cole Jr. and Papu, who are battling out for the 2nd place at the moment. And then we have Kappa and Peck. And also Spam, of course, the Dutch player playing for Team Diffused Kids. Not with a bad start, of course. So he's showing what he's capable of doing. Actually, not with the best line there, so he loses a bit of speed. But still in the mix, of course. So let's actually go for the free cam here when players will approach the identity. So let's see who's doing it the best. Ooh, Massa doing it good as well. Carl. Oh, everyone seems to survive it. Ooh, oh, Tween is flipping and had to respawn. He didn't go for the respawn, but Tween gets overtaken by Revolution, and it drops so far behind. So Tween not figured out the map the best. So this is not good for the Slovakian player. But of course, it's the first map, and you don't lose any points here. And we see some small gaps here from the from 2nd, 3rd, 4th to the 5th place, who's certainly Peck. So some small some gaps here, but still nothing decided, because you see how it can hit you for the identity. Tween not having the best round here, as well as Aurel, so not good for them, and also Revolution. And Matt, the Brazilian player, also not with a good round here. To the 2nd to last lap on this track. Then we have Riolu in P11, so the German player playing for Team Nordavind, a Norwegian organization, only in P11. So let's see who's gonna make it. Oh, everyone seems to survive it. Revolution not doing it good, and not with a lot of speed. And Tween again, and he has to respawn all the way to the back, and goes into the last place. So this is not good for him. So not a good map, but maybe it's good for him that this map came up last for him. So we have Papu in 4th, just behind Cole Jr. and Spam, and Massa still holding strong that 1st place. So he is performing outstandingly on that map. So let's follow him for the last lap. We see no real fight. I mean, only for the 2nd place. Let's keep an eye actually on that and follow Papu for it, because he could actually gain some points here. Spam and Papu both going for the outside line, and therefore Cole Jr. is still in the 2nd place. So outstanding performance. I can't stress that enough. But Massa with an outstanding performance here. Really, really good job by him. And who's gonna get 2nd? Is it Spam or is it Cole Jr.? It will be all in this identity part. Who's gonna get it the best? Is it Spam, the Dutch player, or is it the Oh my god, that was insanely good by Cole Jr. Cole Jr. with so much speed, and it's Massa fading the identity and goes from first to last place. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. First to 12th place, Massa is losing it all in the end, and it's Cole Jr. taking the first place. Spam in second, Papu in third, and Peg in fourth. Oh my god, this is a terrible mistake there from the German player. Oh my god, this is, you don't want to be in his body for that. But this is terrible for Massa. Only with 4 points, and he also had the best lap and therefore grants himself 2 points. So, I mean, this is some sort of solace, but still, this is, oh man, this hurts. But let's go to the next one, to the next map, and we have actually a nice little preview there for that. Now I will keep an eye on everything, but we are going to your turn now. So enjoy the map overview or preview. Alright, just in time for the next map, which will be... now we have a warm-up of 11 seconds. Okay. I didn't know that. That's super weird, of course. We have Your Turn, which is a map by Superior and AO again. So as the first map, you have, some difficult sections here, but we will see now. The first round is starting here on that track. Let's follow Peck here for the first round, and then I will explain everything. So we have like a really good start, or like a normal start, which you have to drift in the second round. Then you have this part here, also not that hard. And you have, you have to make sure to get a little bit of a like no jump section here. Massa does it actually really good, as well as Kappa and Papu, who actually overtook Peck with all the other players here, you can see. So Peck up to 8th place, and then this jump into the underground section can also be very tricky, because if you jump too far to the right, you don't get that auto slide, so it's not really good. But we are moving closer to the identity of the map. And this one will be very, very crucial. So we actually see Riolu and Bren, so some new faces, as well as Scrappy in the first places. But right now it's really looking good for Peck, who is right now in first place actually. So good job by him. Of course, he accumulated 10 points beforehand, so it's really good for him. So you have to perform 2 U-turns here. So really greatly done by Peck, and is now the leader going into round number 2. So let's go a bit further back. Massa, of course, the loser. You can just say like that. I feel so sorry. From the first round, right now in P8 as it seems, as we see Cole Jr. making a mistake, as well as I think it was Spam and Matt almost flipping there. So that was really close for him, but of course nothing decided here yet. Players are still only 3 seconds behind. Tween made an additional mistake, and right now is not feeling the groove, as well as Kappa, who's also 2.5 seconds behind the leader, who is right now Peck. Riolu and Papu and Bren, who overtook Peck in that underground section. But we see Riolu with a mistake, so he drops to P4 and is not getting a really good jump, I wanted to say. But it looked actually really good for him. So I thought for him that he's not getting it smooth. But Revo and Aurel had more speed, so Riolu is dropping a bit behind. But still is looking good for the German player, of course, playing for Team Nord. I mean, so Massa in P8 goes for the right-ish drift. Not a lot of players are going for it. Peck actually does it really good as well. So it's really good for him. Oh, Massa almost not getting the CP, so he had to readjust his line and not getting the jump smooth. So he's getting overtaken by a lot of players here. As well as Coco, he opted for the safe approach as well. And Bren also with a mistake. So we see a lot of mistakes here being done by all the players. So really wonky here. And it's still Peck in first, followed up by Revolution. And then we have Papu. So Papu 0.3 of a second behind the leader, who's Peck at the moment. And then we have a little bit of a gap. Aurel 1 second behind the leader, who's battling it out with Riolu and Scrappy at the moment. But of course we have not even half of the map done so far. So Aurel with a rather safe approach, so therefore losing a little bit of time. But it's super close, as you can see. It's super close. But Peck still holding strong that first place, so really great job there by him. Spam in 9th. And then we have Bren a bit further behind, 0.3 of a second to say exact. But we have only seen Matt so far dropping very far behind, because he right now is 11 seconds behind the leader. And let's see how he will approach the identity part. So he's not feeling the groove that good. Ooh, we see actually a leader change here by Revolution, who overtook Peck here for the first place. So Revolution didn't get a top 8 position in the last round, so he has only 5 points, so the valuable 20 points could be good for him. But Peck with a really strong line and comes back strong, so he lands early and therefore has a little bit more speed and gets even with Revolution again. And he is about, or he overtakes him now, but it's a back and forth battle between the German and the UK player. Ooh, but both of them are getting it really good, so let's go a bit further back. Oh, we see Peck with a mistake. Oh my god, I thought he will have it, but he touched the narrowing of the road, and this is really bad for him. He went from second to 10th place. This is not good. This is really not good for him, but he's able to stay on track and did not lose his focus. So hopefully he's doing it good here. Yes, he survives it. This is really good. That was a really good part for Peck here. And it's still Revolution in first, who has accumulated a lead of 1 second over another German player with the name of Riolu. So Riolu in second, which he will actually be very comfortable with. So great job by him. Then we have Papu and Carl Jr., who made a mistake, I think, in the first or second round. Which was a little bit of a blunder for him, of course, but still in 4th place, so he will be happy about that. I mean, he won the previous map, and with that 2nd place, he will get himself 10 points. So this will put him into 30 points, of course. And yeah, Carl Jr. with a really strong line overtakes Papu here. And it's Peck actually dropping a bit further behind. This is not looking good for the player for M&M, of course. The organization I'm casting for as well. So very unfortunate for him, but yeah, I think he can't do much more. I mean, everyone can make a blunder here, but it seems that everyone is so consistent that nothing will happen here. Or I mean, one or another player will drop a bit behind in the identity or stuff like that. We saw Massa making the mistake, but at the end of the day, I think it will be a battle between Riolu, Papu, Scrappy, Carl Jr. for the 2nd place, and then we have Revo, who is 1 second ahead, who's gonna clock in that 1st place unless something terrible will happen to him. But let's focus on that battle here for the 2nd place, because it's really tight here, to be exact, between Scrappy and Papu, and also Carl Jr. who's in the mix. So let's follow Riolu, who had a really good section and comes a bit closer to all the 3 players, but it's not enough, so he will stay in P5. And yeah, it's Revolution still holding strong. So let's see who can get this underground part the best. Riolu actually overtakes Carl Jr. here. And it's Papu battling it out here with Scrappy. Riolu, I think, did he touch or did he release? I don't know. But this looked really, that was really tight. And therefore, Riolu had to readjust his line and is only in P5. So only the identity is remaining for Revolution for the first map win for him, of course. Let's see what he's doing. So Revolution with an outstanding performance on that track. Goes for a safe approach. And Riolu with a good turn. So let's see who's gonna take that second place there here. Oh, Riolu not getting the CP. He's not getting the CP. He's not finishing. What is he doing? Wait. Are you kidding me, Riolu? Oh my god, so it's Revo in first, and then we have Scrappy, Carl Jr. and Papu in the rounding up the top 4. But what happened to Riolu there was so unfortunate, and I didn't even see that Peck is unfortunately in last, but oh my god. Oh, no way. Oh, okay, but okay, let's count down. I will do the map preview for the next one because we are short on time, of course. Alright, so this is the next map called Piece of Cup by Deska. Unfortunately, we don't have that 3 minutes of warm-up where I could like explain what happened. But I mean, it was just to see, it was so painful to see. So Riolu only in P12 now. So let's have a look onto the standings. Of course, we have Revolution, the big winner of the last map. Moving on to, I think it was P11 or 12 to P2. So really great job by him. And then we have Carl Jr. still in first. Scrappy in third, but a really close battle between him and Papu for points-wise. And then all the other players. So we are about to start the map Piece of Cup by Deska. So let's actually do full screen here. And it's a mixed style again. It's a mixed map again. And then we have a little bit of a grass part identity, I would call it like that. Because you have 1 or 2 slides. I mean, it depends on your line, how you approach it with some grass drifts. And of course the infamous dirt bumps or hills, however you want to call that. And you want to avoid the gear downs there, which will be the crucial part of the map. Because I would say that the map is not too hard to get. But we will see. So Matt is a bit further behind now, already 2 seconds behind the rest of the pack. And Papu right now, not with the best start either. I mean, he is known to be a good dirt player, but let's see what he can do here for that section. Gets it really good with a lot of speed. So he will move on to, he move up some positions. So he can either go for the grass slides here or, go for the full tarmac grip. But we see different approaches here, of course. So let's see the identity, who gets it the best. Right now it's looking that, Papu's getting it really good as well as Tween. So it's really, really clustered here. Ooh, it's actually Carl Jr. and Tween who are all getting it really good. And it's also Peck in P7 at the moment, but it's rather close. He's only 0.62 behind the leader. And what I wanted also to stress is that Tween got the fastest round on the previous map. So we will see what he can bring in the last rounds, because we know that he's a really, really safe player. but also one of the fastest. So I'm really interested to see Tween in that format, because he wasn't there in the beta season, of course. We see some new faces here with the name of Revolution. Riolu, of course, didn't play the beta. Matt as well. And then also Tween. I think that's it. All of the other players played the steps beforehand. So right now it's a battle between Cole Jr. and Tween. So they remained their lead that they have accumulated over the identity part. And Pack with an unfortunate wall hit there in the inside, and therefore loses on a lot of positions. So this is not really looking good for him. So he is right now onto P9, but he's not losing a lot of points, or he's not losing points in this step. And he has also not accumulated a lot of points. And Revolution, ooh, dropping a bit behind, and it's now at P14. He got the gear down. He seemed to be very, very strong on that map, but maybe this is what pressured him. And it's still Carl Jr. in first. And where is Tween? Tween dropped from P2 to P7, so not good for the Slovakian player. We see Massa in P2 again, so this is good for the German player. Let's see where the other players are. Riolu only on P11, but only 3 seconds behind, and we have 4 laps to go, so he can also make something happen here. Roland just behind Riolu, so I think he gives us a good overview over the rest of the pack. Speaking of pack, he is just 3 positions ahead of Roland. So Pack into a comfortable ninth position at the moment. But of course, after that track, if you're not finishing in P8 or upper, you will lose all your points. So it will be the do or die for all of the players there. So Carl Jr. is getting it. Carl Jr. check. Yeah, he gets it really good. Massa, check. Spam, check. Papu also getting it. Pack getting it really good from P8 or P9, what was it, to P5. Just ahead of Scrappy. We see Aurel also making it. Tween dropping a bit behind again. And then we have Bren up to P9. Coco also in the mix, but he is already 4 seconds behind the leader. So this is not looking good for the French player, who won the Air France Cup, of course. The infamous Air France Cup. So let's see. Battle here between the 5th place. And we have also a battle here for the 3rd place between Papu and Spam. But let's focus here on the battle for the 5th place between Pack and Scrappy. Who are both very, very good players. Really gifted players. So Pack with a really good line. But Scrappy goes for a little bit of a more inside approach and therefore loses speed. So not that greatly executed for him. And it's still Carl Jr. in the lead with a lead of 1.5 seconds almost. So great job there from the Canadian. Let's check the identity. So Carl Jr. is approaching it at first. Carl Jr. Yes, this is looking good for him. No slowdown. And no slowdown. Jumps a bit. Yeah, he wants his nose to get down. So Massa also making it spam as well. Papu also in the mix. And then we have Pack also making it. Tween betting it out with Bren at the moment. And yeah, the gaps are just increasing a bit. So it's a back and forth here between P2 and P7 at the moment. It's a battle between Massa and Spam for the 2nd place. But of course we have 1 more round to go. So let's see what's going on here. And of course we have Papu and Pack. So both of them are in a top 5 position, which is really good for them. Because Pack did not get too many points beforehand. So it's really spicy. It's really, really spicy. Even though it's Carl who has the lead over 1 second at the moment. But Spam is getting a bit away from Massa here. But of course we have this identity coming up now. We have it coming up now. So I think Carl just really mastered that one. So let's see what he is doing for that. Carl with a safe approach. He wants his nose to go down, and he actually like clips this block here. You can see that. And he does it really good. Again, he survives it, but Spam catches up. So he's 0.5 just behind Carl Jr. So maybe Spam is going for the attack in the last round. Massa also making it. Papu overtook Pack. Pack in 5th. And then we have Tween in 6th place. And then Scrappy in 7th. And Aurel in 8th. Yeah, so Riolu only in 9th place, and then we have a little bit of a gap. I mean, not a gap, but I mean, it's like the gaps are increasing and players are just playing on their own. But we have like a battle here just for the top 5, so let's focus on that. Pack falling a bit behind. He's 1 second behind Massa at the moment. Massa, right now, having a fight with Papu. Massa goes a bit more upper on this dirt banking, and Papu got it better. So Papu goes a bit further away. But of course we have this identity, and we know, I know for a fact, I mean, I don't want to jinx anyone here, but something happened in the last rounds, in the last lap on every map so far, in the last round, let's say like that. So Cole Jr. in first, but Spam only have a second behind, bear that in mind. So let's see what the Dutch player can do. Who's gonna win that map? Who's gonna clock in 100? Oh, both got the slowdown. Both got the slowdown. And it's Spam. Oh, he's not gonna overtake him. So lucky there for Cole that Spam also got that slowdown. So Cole will clock in 100 euros. Spam in second. Papu in third. Massa in fourth. And Peck in 5th place. So really, really lucky there for Cole. I think it was a slowdown. So no position changes here in the end. So this will round up. And Matt is the last player to finish. So, close fight there actually. Spam came very close there in the end. And almost overtook Cole there, but 0.15 is the difference in the end. And Cole Jr. also with the best lap, so he will grant himself another 2 points for that. So we have a break now. And I will join Peck. Yeah, you have 100 euro per map win. So if you have any questions concerning Pack or something like that, feel free to ask them. So those are the standings at the moment. We have Car Jr. in first with 54 points. Then we have Spam in second actually, overtaking Papu here, or rather Revo, who drops down from second to 4th place. Papu stays in third. Scrappy in 5th. Massa in 6th. And Peck in 7th place. But bear that in mind that all of the players who are not in top 8 in the next round will lose their points. And of course we have only 15 players because Morrison was unable to play. So this is the league ranking at the moment. So let's join in to Peck and Speedy. Pause is 10 minutes.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Wow, that was like a really interesting round 1 and 2.
Yeah, I fucked the second one.
Yeah.
So annoying.
You know what happened to Riolu?
No.
He forgot the last CP. And didn't notice that because he had HUD off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you also seen Massa in the last lap?
Yes. Oh.
Oh, that was heartbreaking.
Oh yeah, I feel so sorry for him. But I mean, 21 points is not too bad, I would say.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. Just got to keep him.
Yeah, that's the do or die now. Wow.
But Carl was impressive.
Yeah.
Carl is really impressive right now.
Yeah, I mean, Massa's performance was also very, very impressive on the first map. But
yeah, it's just... But now it's cash money.
Now it's cash
now it counts. No more mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there cash money for the first 3 maps as well, right? Like 100 per map win? Or is it different now?
It's for all 6 now.
Ah, yeah, okay. But not for top 3, right?
No, it's only for top 1.
Okay. I see.
I'm back in a second.
You were actually the last on the second map, right?
Yeah, I know I was. I did. I was just risking, and then I thought, fuck it, I'll go for best lap, but I didn't do it. So
Nah, risk or nothing. I can understand that. I mean, the thing is, you touch the narrowing of the roads, and then it bring you out of the concept, I think.
I just no drifted, and then I was
Okay.
as soon as I no drifted, that was it.
Fuck, man. That's
I could have been top one if I didn't do that. I was just like, I was up there with Revo, and I was just taking it calmly, and then just no drifted, boom, gone. Composure went.
Yeah. And this is the price for not playing 10 laps, but 6. It's so tight. I mean, on the last map as well. I mean, every player finished in a range of 10 seconds, so no room for mistakes. But also almost Spam almost overtook Cole Jr.
Yeah, I saw it. I put cars on. Mental.
But both got the gear down, I think. I don't know. So let's see who can Neo slide the best on the next map.
I don't Neo.
You don't? Okay.
Nope.
You wallbang or you just doing it safe with a no slide?
No sliding, and then last one I Neo.
Ah, okay. For the speed, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully that should work. If I just play it safe, don't do anything stupid, don't do any stupid crashes, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because
Just take it calm.
calm and collected gamer.
That's it.
Yeah, but this is the easiest map from the last ones coming up now. And then rock or roll is really, yeah.
That one's the decider. If I could keep it on this one, then we'll see the next one.
Everything can happen. But you got that.
I'll do it my best.
Spam doesn't Neo, by the way, someone is saying in my chat. Yeah, I mean, Pack is not doing it as well. I'm not doing it either. I can understand this. Because if you're going for a Neo slide, you are, yeah, like opting for a tighter line. And if you're failing the Neo, then you're really losing on additional speed. I think we will see that in the live rounds. So guys, if you have any questions concerning Pack, feel free to ask them. Because we have a break of 5 minutes still. So how much did you actually practice? Did you practice a lot or?
Probably the least amount of anyone.
But still top
Maybe
8?
Matt. I don't know, but yeah.
I think for Matt, it's the thing that he is not really. He didn't play a lot of competitions besides the Rater Cup and everything like that.
Yeah.
So this might be the down for him. But you're still
Yeah,
doing a
probably
good job.
practice. I practice pretty minimal, so that's why I'm looking forward to the next weeks because then everyone's training a lot less. So no one's going to be like fully no-lifed.
Motivation will be decreasing. Our Rebel was so strong as well on the second map.
Yeah, he was sick.
But you had a battle with him.
Oh, I know. No slide, man. No slide.
Yeah.
I don't normally get them.
Yeah.
I never had one there before either.
Was it last lap or second to last? It's last.
I know it's the fourth lap.
Fourth lap. Okay. But you got that. So I think dude, well, what happened to me? I wanted to do the map preview. I did it. I thought there's like a 3-minute warm up again, and then
No.
then I skipped it to my game again, and oh, identity. Oh, they are already starting. I didn't know that. That was
Oh my
so
goodness.
weird. Yeah, but no one told me before because they said you have like 1 minute time before every map to show the map preview.
Yeah, because that's the points bit.
Yeah.
That's your minute timer there. The points.
But I know it for the next steps then. So, but I will leave you now, and we'll show the map showcase. So good luck. And
Cheers, man.
yeah, you got that, mate.
Do my best.
So yeah, a little bit of a talk with Peck there. So let's actually see the next map, which will come up in 1 minute. So I'll show you the map overview. Will be the map called Bull-Eyed Snake. So have fun with that. So nice little overview here, I would say, from the map. Oh, okay, in game, and we are starting actually here, as you can see. I thought it will not start immediately, but we have. Okay, I need to change that. We have a really tight section here, of course, to start up with, and actually it's Aurel, Papu, Revu, and Massa with a good start, and you here. Players can decide if they're actually going for a box slide like those here. Pack is going for it and all the other players, or for the safe approach. And actually you can see that the box slide is granting you a little bit of more speed. And it's Papu, I think, who did not go for the box slide, is in first at the moment, followed up by Revolution and Bren with a really good jump, but Revu had to release and therefore loses a bit of speed. And as you can see here, the overlay changed. It changed, ladies and gentlemen, because players who are not in top 8 will lose their points. And right now, the biggest losers seem to be... Wait, Papu left. Papu DNF. Papu's out. What happened? Papu DNF'd. I don't know what happened. Oh no, this is the first mess up for the French player. So right now, it's Kappa in first. And Papu is out on that one. So, and actually Carl Jr. as well in 11th place. So bear in mind, he will lose all of this 54 points and only get the points will be like 4 or 3 points that he will gather on that map. And of course the fastest lap will also gain 2 points. But this is not looking too good, but he's catching up. So let's see who is making what. Peg, Scrappy, and I think it was Kappa all went for the bug slide. And we see that it's not really paying off to be as good as I thought it would be. So Riolu right now in 11th, and it's Kappa having a battle with Tween and Bren. Look at that. Both are, or all three are 0.10 of a second in between each other. So, but Bren with a lot of speed, and Bren, let's see who's going for the nose slide, who's going for the neo slide. Tween goes for the nose slide, which is I think one of the safest strategies here. Both Kappa and Bren going for the neo slide, and therefore will overtake Tween. Actually, no, I mean the nose slide is not even that much slower. But we have a battle here for the 8th place, which we have to look for between Peck and Coco. Coco playing for Team O-Serve. So gets overtaken by Peck, who had a really good line here. And comes a bit closer to Revolution as well. But it's really tight here for that first place. As you can see here in the top left corner, Tween, Kappa and Bren. And we see a mistake there, I think it was Coco, or who fell behind. Someone of them was it. And we see here the bug slide, how much that saves. Riolo not doing it that good. And if you don't execute that bug slide, you have a little bit more speed compared over the players who execute it. So really nice to see it like that. But if you are doing it good, then of course it will grant you a lot of speed. But it's of course risky, and it's very important that you will keep your points. And so far it's looking good for Peck and all of the other players. Spam not with a good line here. I think he misjudged something there, or failed a neo slide or a no slide. But look how clustered this is for the top 5, and actually then for the top 9 as well. Look at that. Look at that here. Position changes. Look at this. Top 12 to 9th place. 200ths of a second from doing or dying, from losing your points or keeping them in the next round. So this is really, really, really close here. Let's follow Riolu, who right now is in P13, so not that good for him. And also Rolo not having a really good round. But let's see. Spam, Massa and Riolu all are going for the bug slide. So let's see who has more speed. It's Aurel and Revolution, all with more speed. So it's Spam and Riolu. Both are not having the best outcome on the map here so far. Ooh, Bren with a mistake. And he is only in P3 at the moment. So Scrappy and Tween overtake him. But Bren comes back strong with a good line. So it's a battle here for the 3rd place, for the 2nd place, and it seems to... Oh, Tween with a really risky line, but it seems to pay off. Actually, almost overtakes Scrappy here. So Scrappy in 1st at the moment, the Belgian player, who is also able to speak German, of course, which I, firstly, when I have speaking to him, was really, really flushing for me. But right now, he is under attack, because Brent is just in a hot pursuit of overtaking him, going into the 2nd to last round. So let's see, Aurel and Massa, and as well as Spam and Roland, Riolu and Roland, of course, all not with a good start, or with a good 4 previous laps, so they need to push it a bit more. I think not going for the bug slide, if you did not master it, is not a good thing. Because you have seen that all of the players actually lost a lot. And we see Massa actually going into P8 now, so he is safe. And Aurel and Coco, and as well as the other players, are about to lose their points. Spam, of course, oh, he's so far behind. He's 1 second behind. But see, he needs to make something happen. Overtakes Matty with a really good section here. So he can come a bit closer to that P8, who is who's been battling it out between Aurel and Massa at the moment. So nothing decided here yet, going into the last round on the map by Nadeo Lab, the only map in this map pack. Scrappy with the fastest lap with 0.4 of a second ahead of Bren, who was almost first in the last on the last lap. So Aurel additionally dropping behind, but look at the best battle here between Massa and Coco. It seems that Riolo and Spam are both losing their points, unless Coco or Massa are messing it up. So let's see who's going for the grass slide or not, or the bug slide rather, because you can initiate a bug slide on every Tormac. So, oh, Spam really does it really good, and right now is up to P10. I thought he will overtake some more players, but Coco, who went for the non-bug slide section, is up to 8th place now. Oh, someone is not able to make that jump. Who was that? I think it was Peck! Peck! No way, Peck from P7 to 12, and this is in the last lap, so this is not good for the UK player. Oh no, this is not what you want. So Peck is losing his points here, which he has accumulated, but let's see who's gonna take it. Is it Spam or Riolo? Riolo's risking it, and Riolo's out here. So Spam will actually overtake Riolo here, but oh, Spam gets overtaken by Rolly and Riolo. So let's see who's getting that P8. It's Roland in the end, who overtook both Riolo and Spam there and secures his 14 points. So Riolo, Spam, and Peck, all the losers of this one. Scrappy getting that first place, but that was such a really weird section here. So Roland with a really good ending section, and Riolo made a mistake as well as Spam. So not really greatly done by them, but this was so unfortunate for them, and this can, yeah, see how pressured this can be. Going into the next one, I will show you the preview of Rock and Roll. Oh boy, this is coming up now. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So this is the map. Thank you for the video, Laos. And let's move on to the next one. Rock or Roll. I would say that this is the hardest map out of the map pool. A map by table. You can... I mean, guys, you all know this infamous identity. Do I have to explain everything? Or anything here? But I want to stress out the part after the identity, because if you are not getting a really good landing in this slope here, you're losing so much speed and time. So you will just, you're not drifting till this part here. You are jumping into this auto drift, and then this part is coming up. So it's really getting interesting. And of course the losers of the last round with the name of Spam and Papu, who joined the server back in, are back again. So both lost 30 plus points. Papu lost 34 and Spam lost 35 points. So not good for him. Scrappy right now, who was the winner on the previous map, in last place. So he dropped a bit behind, but nothing is decided here, of course. You see Scrappy still in last place. No one is going for the cut. He can initiate a cut here, but I think we will see something like that in the last sections. So every player seems to survive it, and it's really close. Everyone in between have a second of each other. And right now it's Revolution and Riolo, so the German players in first at the moment. So this is really looking good. And Kappa, who has accumulated 32 points so far, is in P14 at the moment. So dropping a bit behind, as well as Coco, who's already 1 second behind. But let's see, what is this identity providing us? Let's see this, yeah, who can we actually spectate to see that? Let's spectate Aurel, who's going for a little bit of an outside approach. So I think everyone seems to survive it. Oh, Scrappy! Oh my god, who fell down? I think it was Tween, Massa, and I think Scrappy. So they are dead. And Tween is failing it again. So Tween is, yeah, not looking too good on that track. So let's see. Coco in P14. 8 seconds behind. So you can see who failed the identity. It's Scrappy, Massa, Matt, and Coco. And also Tween, who are not gonna make it. Tween actually not making it twice. So you lose 8 to 9 seconds if you fail that one. So let's see what's going on here. The survivors. The 10 survivors from the 15 players So actually 5 players did not make this identity. Bren with a slight touch here, but still looking good. So if you survive this identity, it's safe to say that you will, you will not lose your points. So it's really important here for Revolution and Cole Jr. and as well as Roland, who overtook Spam and Riolu in the end, that they will keep ahead. So hopefully that he will keep an 8th place. So right now it's looking good for the Austrian player. Yes, and he actually got so much speed. Look how much he's catching up to both Cole Jr. and Riolu, and actually overtook both of them. So right now he's in a comfortable 5th place. So who failed the identity? I think no one actually did. I think, actually Spam failed it again, or failed it for the first time, I think. Yeah, actually twice, and he's still at this identity part, so this is not looking good for the Dutch player. Oh, this is so bad. Actually, he failed it 3 times. He's 24 seconds behind, so he won't have a saying for that. Unfortunate first step there for Spam. Coco also, I think he made an additional mistake, but overtakes Tween here, so this is little bit of a solace, but of course we have 4 more identity parts to go. Bren 3 seconds behind Aurel. And Aurel is 2 seconds behind the leader. So how this works, you have the interval to the 8th position here, and then you have from this one, you see how far behind he is to the 1st place. So no one has actually failed the identity. Aurel not getting it good, but I mean he's still very, very far ahead over Bren. So unless he survives the identity, it's looking good for him. So right now, all of the players who have survived the identity. Oh, actually Peck made a mistake. Are in the top 8 spot. So Peck only in 10th place at the moment. So this seems to be not his step. And also Scrappy, who has 47 points. Bear that in mind. And also Massa with 30 points. About to lose those points if they are not being lucky with the identities from the other players. So actually Papu, who rage quit beforehand, is right now in 1st place, followed up by Revolution, and then we have Cole Jr. of course. So this is really looking good for Cole Jr. that he will grant himself keep the 64 points for him. So great job by the Canadian here, just behind Revolution, approaching the identity for the 4th time. So Cole Jr. with a very safe approach, as you can see, actually releases. So very smart move by him. He doesn't care if Riolu's overtaking him. So very, very smart play by him. And also, oh, Kappa lagging out. Oh, I thought for a minute that Kappa is lagging out. So really great job there by Cole Jr., who is in P4 at the moment. Scrappy in 9th, followed up by Peck. And then we have Matt Massa, 7 seconds behind Bren. And then Coco, 8 seconds behind Massa, respectively. And then Spam and Tween not looking good for both of them. Both of them known to be very good tech players, but also in this style, both of them can make something happen. But right now it's not looking very good for him. For them, it's looking rather grim. So Papu still in the lead, actually extended his lead, which is now 1.5 seconds. So really good job there for him. Approaching the identity for the second to last time for that round, or for the map. And yeah, nothing really changes here, because we see a lot of margins, because either players are going for a really risky line, or players are saving it like Cole is doing. Oh, Aurel tilting a bit, but manages to keep the grip. So he gets overtaken by Bren, and Bren from 6th place to 4th. No, from 7th place to 5th place. And also Kappa not with the best landing, and gets overtaken by Scrappy now. And this is interesting, because you can see, if you are in top 9 now, you lose all your points that you have accumulated beforehand. Massa dropping behind again, as well as Coco. So this is the battle we have to keep an eye on. I think it's safe to say that Papu is getting the 1st place. It's still interesting for the top 2, but it's rather more interesting if Kappa is going for the attack, because he has nothing to lose, and Scrappy makes a mistake. But Kappa not with the best line here, so let's see what happens here for the end. Let's go a bit further and see what Papu is doing. I'll keep an eye on that here for a minute, but let's see if Papu will survive that identity for now. Papu, slowly breathe, do it, and you can just save it. Yeah, looking good. So Papu clocking in 100 euro for him. Who's getting that second place? It's Carl Jr. overtaking Revolution. So Carl Jr. getting second, Revolution in third, Bren in fourth, Riolo in fourth, Bren in fifth, Aurel in sixth, and Kappa not overtaking Scrappy after that. Not good of speed maintenance after the identity part from the prior lap. Scrappy is securing the 47 points and Kappa is losing the points alongside with Coco and Massa. So not that good for all of the players, but great done there, or greatly done by Scrappy. So this will change our overall leaderboard again, because we have Cole Jr. now in first place with a huge margin over Revolution. So Revolution up to 52 points, and we see Spam, I mean, Solus, the 2 points. Of course, it's okay, but still not what you want. He made too many mistakes there, so not good for him. But let's go into the last map, because we have one more map remaining, and we have another map preview there by none other than Laos. So enjoy it. Oh boy, the identity. I can just tell you that. Boop. Boop, boop. Thank you for your horn there. So, we have the last map for this evening. We have a map called Brightside by Table again. So he is the devil who is providing us with the evil maps here. So let's see for now the overall standing. We have Cole in first, actually Scrappy in second. I forgot about him, who secured himself the points. Papu winning the map, so he's up to 6th place again. Then we have Roland in 5th and Bren in 4th. And yeah, also some other players with the name of Riolo and Aurel also manages to secure their points. So on this map, I would say it's the most interesting map. Oh, Aurel, what happened to him? He rejoined and he is, starting a bit late. So this is not good for Aurel. And he, of course, has accumulated 11 points. So he has something to lose here. But, yeah, I mean, he could still come back. But he's 16 seconds behind. And right now, it's the player with the name of Riolo in first. We have Tween in second and Roland in third. And then a tight battle here, of course, because we're in the first lap for that 8th place. We see a lot of different alignments, or like, let's say like angles for the players. But we're coming to the identity now. The identity. This is really hard to do because we see players opting for a different line now. You can go for the right-left line as Pack is going for it. Going for the wallbang here, Zoop. Or going for the left line, which Papu and Tween went for. Bren got it really good. But the left line is faster, but more riskier. So Pack with an outstanding start actually overtakes Bren here in that left-hander. And this is really looking good for the UK player, United Kingdom player. And, we see Scrappy, who didn't make the identity. The thing is, when you fail the identity, you have to respawn all the way here. And you have just enough speed to make that jump. And I think that is what happened to Scrappy. So Scrappy is up to P, or down to P15. So if anyone is betting in Trackmania or like with the Eric Holder Discord, make sure that you see the last map and that you know who's doing what, because right now it's really looking good for those players here. Carl Jr. in 6th place, so he will actually yeah, maybe keep his points, so we will see. Spam also not too far behind, goes for a very low jump and therefore is up. It's not up, but he caught up a bit. So different approaches here. It's so nice to see Spam with a lot of speed, and he will actually make himself some positions. So he's up to P4 at the moment. Then we have Peck, Papu and Carl Jr. All very known players here in the tech scene and in general. So really good performance by them. And also Bran battling it out with Roland. So one of them is about to lose points, and also Revolution down to P11, but he's only 0.6 of a second behind the leader, or like behind the 8th place. So nothing decided here yet, and someone dropped on. I think it was Roland, or who was that? No, it was Bren, who lost a lot of speed in that section. So Bren down to P12, and he is about to lose the points. So it's a very, very hard back and forth here between all the players, and we are about to approach the identity for the 3rd time now. Alright, so prepare yourself. Actually, I want to do a free cam here for this part, because we see different approaches here. And let's see. So Peg approaching it first. Peg going for the right-left approach. Papu goes for the left one. Everyone doing it good. Everyone doing it good. No one with a mistake. Matt a bit further behind. We see Bren with a mistake. Ooh, I thought for a minute that he fell down, and Scrappy and Aurel in dead last positions. So Peck still remains in first and is about to grant himself the 100 euro cash prize that will be distributed between the top 1 for each map, or for the top 1 player. But let's keep an eye on that battle here, because Riolo is getting pressurized by both Kappa and Revolution, because both of them only have a second behind Riolo. So, and Revolution is about to lose 52 points. This would be a really, really unfortunate happening there for the German player, who did really outstanding on all the other maps. Manages to survive 2 consecutive maps in the top 8 and not loses his points. Actually, I think he won actually a map. So a great evening for Revo. He could round it up by making it into the top 8. Let's see Papu actually in first now. Peck making it. Peck actually touching a bit. Oh, but Papu as well. I think it was like a little bit of a... It was unclear to see, but Peck in first again. And we see Coco flipping, and as well as Matt not making it good. So I think Coco and Matt are mostly to say bye-bye and not to have a saying here. But we see Roland actually going into P8, and also Revolution. So who dropped down? It was Riolu, but it's impossible to call. I mean, we have Revolution, Riolo, Kappa and Roland all battling it out, and as well as Spam, who is not as far ahead as the other players with the name of Massa and Tween, and also Carl Jr., who's really doing a great job by just saving his points over the last couple of maps. And yeah, it's still the organization I'm casting for. The player, I can maybe call him my teammate, because I am casting for Eminem, who's in first right now. So he's doing an outstanding job. It's really cool to see that. But I know for a fact, because I spoke to him beforehand, that he is not happy that he lost his points, because he wanted to be in the top 8 for the last 2 maps. But he is still in top 1, so maybe a victory can brighten him up a bit. So it's really looking good for him. Papu in second. We have Tween in third. Carl Jr. dropping a bit behind, battling it out with Massa for that P4. So still looking good for them. Then we have Spam in sixth, battling out with his Team Ballin member Roland. And then Revolution has a little bit of a lead over Riolo and Kappa, who are half a second behind him. And then we have a huge gap of 6 seconds between Kappa and Matt, so they won't have a saying in that one. So it seems that Scrappy and Bran will lose their points, and Revolution will move on to that second place. Carl Jr. then in first, So the fan favorite or the safest pick will be in first then. But of course, let's see who's gonna take that map here. Or is there anything... oh, Revolution with a mistake. I didn't see that one. So Revo up to P10. So what is he going for now? Is he going for that cut? Who's actually gonna go for that win? Is it Peck? I think Peck is ahead. Peck is going for that win. Peck stays in first. Papu is getting overtaken by Tween there. What is Revolution doing? Revolution is failing it and Revolution is dead. Revolution loses 52 points. So Peck winning the map. Tween in second. Papu in third. Massa in fourth. Call in fifth. Spam in sixth. Riolo in eighth. And then we have Revolution in ninth place. So unfortunate stuff there for him. For the German player. Loses it all in the end. Oh, you don't want to be in his body at the moment. This is unfortunate, as well as Scrappy. So 52 and 53 points are being lost for all of the players. This is not good for them. Oh, man. But Peck in first, so this will be good for him. 25 points for the English player. So he will actually, I think he will actually go into the top 5, right? Because he won one map. Let's see. We have to wait for the overlay to update, I think. But oh man, this is so unfortunate for Revolution and Bren, of course, who also lost 36 points. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is really, really crucial to see that. Okay. Yeah. Wait, Roland lost his points as well, yeah. So we have Cole Jr. winning this step. Papu in second. Look at this gap. Every one of those players lost some points. Peck in third. Riolo in fourth. And Tween in fifth. Oh my god. What is this? So, yes. RIP Betting League. I can just say that. So, oh man. Spam in sixth. So, Carl Jr., I think he can just stop playing now because he has 87 points already. So outstanding performance by him. Manages to get 87 points out of 120. But Revo, Roland, Bran and Scrappy are the losers of this one. So Scrappy from second to last. Oh man. So Cole Jr. wins step 1. Congratulations to him. And yeah. Thank you guys all for watching. It was a blast today. Was a lot of fun casting, but a little bit weird for me because with the map preview and everything like that. So that's something that I have to step up, and also the overlay. So hopefully you enjoyed my cast. Feel free to follow me, and yeah, I will be back for the next cast next week. And of course I think I will stream tomorrow privately. So if you're interested in me as a person, feel free to do so. But let's join Peck. Let's join the winner of the last map.
It looked like you disconnected, and I was like, oh no, please no. Oh.
Yo, great job, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. I fucked up the 2 maps, didn't I? I did stupid shit, and then finally, the final map that I didn't make any stupid mistakes on, I go and win. That's what I can fucking do. Come on. Yeah, I'm so happy, man. Yeah, so happy.
That was really good.
I was so pissed before this map. I was so pissed.
I can... Oh man, but,
that comeback, holy moly.
But I mean, what happened there to Revolution to...
Oh, they fucked it. That's what they did. That's a shame.
There was also one thing with Aurel. I don't know what happened there though. He started late or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
The hell?
As well as Papu on the 4th map, just rage quitting. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, did he just dealt? I mean, isn't that that's against the rules? You're not.
It just deleted,
Softy told us all before, no one delete.
Yeah.
Softy's in his voice channel, so I don't know.
I'm gonna bring it up anyway. So.
Oh my god, but dude, that last before.
Fucking killed it, man. Fucking killed it.
Great job. €100 for you.
Dude, I seriously thought Tween was gonna catch me because he did 2 111.5s on the last 2 laps. I was like, I saw a yellow name come out of nowhere. I was like, no, I know Tween's sick at this one.
You were fighting with Papu, or was it Aurel? I'm not sure.
No, it's Papu. I saw the whole time. Then he did bad on the last lap, which is why I was so much more composed because he was 0.3, and then I did the full speed terribly, but he did it worse. So I was just like, yeah, cool.
was wow.
Oh
Was,
man,
oh, I'm speechless.
I'm so sorry for Revo actually, but yeah, what do you wanna do?
That's the thing with this system.
And Roland, he overtook both Spam and Riolu in the last Neoslide section on the fourth map.
Oh, it was
did
him
he?
who sniped.
Yeah,
Oh.
That
That
really-
snipe was ugly and disgusting. I thought
Yeah.
Riolo and Spam were battling, then I see next CP, I was like, oh, hello, Roland.
Oh man.
Wow.
Okay.
Because
but-
Spam and Riolo were inside each other, right?
Yes,
The-
yes. And then I
Yeah.
think Riolo made a mistake with the Neoslide and something like that.
That was, wow.
So someone in my chat, oh wait, the new system is even worse than the new old one. I mean, if you play when you play like Carl, just doing it safe, he landed in the slope in the fifth map all the time, then I think it's really good. But I mean, if you have to push it and you really get pressurized, it's really hard to do. Yeah.
That the fourth map was so much pressure. There was only like 1.5 seconds between the top 8.
Yeah.
It was. I looked down. And I was like, bloody hell, they're right fucking behind me. I'm gonna fail at one point. Then I went over the bloody ram.
And the
But
bug slide as well.
happens. Oh, duh. The bug slide did terribly every time, but I was still there. I was still there. And then the last lap, I had to go and land on the. I drove over the Ramstein. Just dumb.
So it seems that not doing the bug slide is faster actually.
Nah, bug slide's a lot faster.
If you're doing it good, but
Yeah, if you get it normal, yeah. Which I didn't any. One lap I did, but that was it.
You overjumped at one point that was really heartbreaking, actually. Where you touched with your rear. But you didn't actually lose anything. There was also one battle between you and Carl on, I think, 5th map.
Yeah, I was up there with Papu, and then I jumped too wide, thought I was going to bounce over, and just landed in the back right
Yeah.
landed in the gap.
Yeah, it was, it
oh
was
man.
millimeter work, dude. That was millimeter work.
But I mean, you got top 5, so in the end, so that's good.
That was, yeah, wow. That was a comeback if I ever seen one.
I mean, this just shows what you can do.
Yeah. Peck had the pace all the time. I think he could have gotten second. I don't know, first hard with Carl today.
I mean,
I reckon I could have won 3 of them, but I failed it, so whatever.
yeah, still good.
But second place was easily doable. It's just unfortunate, but third place.
I'm happy with 3rd
What
after that. Jesus, that's so much emotion everywhere.
This is wow. After you finish the last lap, wow.
Relief.
Holy shit.
Dude, Turbo, if you were in here, man, fucking hell, I literally, the whole half of the last lap, I was just shouting. I was just going mental.
You were that, like, holy shit, or what did you do?
Yeah, I was like, just come on, just get around this, come on, just do this, come on. The entire way.
Maybe I should join next time and
Oh god, no.
I mean, like, mute myself and you will be in the stream.
Well, you can if you want, but that's what I was doing. It was just so intense, man.
Yeah,
So intense.
I can't believe. So I think I will close the stream now. So
Okay.
Okay, thanks for streaming.
yeah, wanna say something for the end?
I'm all good. I'm out. I've used up all my energy.
All right. So thanks
I
everyone
hope
for watching.
I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, no
Guess
problem.
see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week with a better voice.
It's more than fine. Don't worry.
Greetings to Peck and Matt. I mean, I'm not speaking to Matt, but I can greet him. I'm speaking to Speedy Mayhem.
Hi. Whew.
Okay, goodbye, guys.